You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
Okay, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, unfortunately for legend Lisa Leslie, they will probably come for her now. All right, that's what usually happens when somebody says something that could be construed as shade in the direction of one Angel Reese, but that's where we're at. All right, that's where we're at. The fact is, it's very interesting. I guess she was on Just Women's Sports podcast, a show. I think that's also a website, but she was making a lot of different comments. They asked her about Paige Beckers and her legacy and all that. But she was talking about player deficiencies. Now, keep in mind, Leslie's been in the news a lot lately, and of course, they don't like a lot of what Leslie's got to say here. This was just the other day. Lisa Leslie tells WNBA players to stop complaining about Caitlin Clark. All right, that was on the heels of all the controversy, which I don't know how the hell it's a controversy, because the Indiana Fever got 41 nationally televised games. Well, they draw the most ratings, so the networks want this team on the most. All right, simple math and economics, something that Dejanay Carrington claims that is her favorite subject. Okay, but nonetheless, you get my point. And then there was, I believe it was it was this year. Okay, it was this year that Lisa Leslie just flat told Angel Reese to her face, you gots to fix them layups if you want to be. And look, obviously, it's something that a lot of people have talked about. We talked about it in the last video, her shooting efficiency. There was 30 players on a list. She was dead ass last. That was on my thumbnail. She was last. And Lisa Leslie had this to say about Angel Reese.
Going in my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. Like, we're going to fix that.
Yeah.
That's fixable for you. And I think that's probably the biggest. I think your shot from the outside is improving. I love that your ball handling is good. Your defense is improved. Like, the fact that you be snatching that ball from them girls.
Okay, and I'll just stop it right there. But it was a truthful comment. And I said earlier, I don't understand why the inside game is what, when we see videos of Angel working out, why is that not what we're seeing? I mean, are you truly not putting up 200 or 300 layups a day somewhere as practice? I don't understand, because that's the only way she's going to get better at that, is an enormous amount of repetition. So she was on this Just Women's podcast show, whatever, and she was asked about post players. All right. You can see it right there. I wonder what player popped into her head while discussing this. You only need one guess. I mean, really and truly, but here we go.
And for me, I look at the post players where I'm like, okay, this is where post play really comes in. I get that guards can struggle because you haven't gotten enough jump shots, you haven't gotten enough touches, so your rhythm's not there. Post players and layups, I'm like,
you gotta make those.
You gotta make those.
You gotta make them.
Bro, pump fake, slow down, look at the rim. Like, why are we shooting the ball over? That part for me, I'm just, so again, I look at it and I'm just like, slow down in the post. You need those shots. Yeah. You need that and one.
Gotta make
them
count.
That they can for.
Exactly. It's what so many of us have been talking about. And I've even been critical of other players. I mean, there is a problem in the entire league with some bigs not being able to hit a layup. At times, it's painful to watch. It makes WNBA at times painful to watch when a big can't hit a layup. It doesn't make any sense. If you've watched hoops for the longest time, that should be damn near a give me. And it's not just kind of bad misses. It is a lot of frailing, a lot of baby giraffe, a lot of throwing the ball up and praying when it comes to this league, when it comes to layups, and Lisa Leslie is just calling it like she sees it. Now, will Angel Reese fans probably come for her? Yeah, good luck. I mean, that's what they do, okay? Anything that could be construed as critical. And this is constructive criticism for all these players in the league. But yeah, we got a pretty good idea of who's probably popping around in her head, because most notably and most vocally and most visually, it's been Angel Reese. There's literally greatest hits videos of her missing layups over and over and over again at times. And it makes it hard to watch, and it's why so many people, like me, are critical of her game. She needs to work on her game from the inside out. All right? Worry about shooting 35% from three-point range after you're shooting, 78% from within 5 foot. I mean, literally. That needs to be the focus, right? Yeah, your offensive boards are going to go down. The stat padding is not going to be what it was. But your scoring will go up and your efficiency will go up. And it's one of the reasons why Angel Reese gets called out so much is because a lot of us that's been watching hoops since the early 80s sees her as a player and she feels like a character actor. I've said that before. The fifth person, the sixth person, the seventh person on a team, but we talk about her, and the media has and the media has done Angel no favors, because they have propped her up and raised her up to try to be, literally the second best player in this professional basketball league. And she's not nearly that. I mean, we could name all kinds of players before we legitimately get down to Angel Reese. And that's why it keeps getting brought up. I mean, it's all fraudulent. All right? It is. It's fraudulent. It's the media wanting to concoct a rivalry between two players, and now it's gotten ugly off the court because that section of the fandom is berserk and ugly, and it just is what it is. They've turned it into something it doesn't have to be. Hey, legitimate criticism about being on the court. I mean, I don't know what to say to you. It's something that is a deficiency in her game. Cardoso was sidelined last year, so Angel could get minutes when, and I've said this before, that's the star on the Chicago Sky. That's the 20 and 10 a game waiting to happen. That's the next top 5 player in the WNBA if the coaching and the franchise allows her to cook. Is Camila Cardoso. That is the one. I would have liked to have seen the Chicago Sky, Cardoso, Kennedy Carter, Marina Mayberry being the big 3 there. And then what happens? What does that team look like? We won't know. 2 of them aren't there anymore. And I still, regardless of what Mayberry said about why she left, I'm not buying that. So tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.